Listening to Dan Le Batard, and I guess that it was some show from the other day, because obviously it was in the aftermath of the layoffs, and you know, a sad day, the worst day in the history of ESPN and all of this stuff because of the layoffs. Of course it was a bad day. Of course that's not something you celebrate. Of course you take no joy in folks losing their jobs. I know that, and as I will remind this audience, as sad as I am, and as wishful as I am that every single one of those folks land on their feet and ultimately recapture a prosperous career that they had at ESPN, that they do it somewhere else, I will remind everybody they're casualties of a layoff. Because ESPN lost $5.5 billion. The parks. And in theaters, not the situation in Florida with Governor DeSantis and the don't say gay policy, or what was labeled that. That ain't the reason, contrary to what y'all want to believe. See, y'all talking emotion, I have facts. That is not true. Parks, movie theaters, and sporting events disappearing. It's a lot of money to make up for. That's what happened. But y'all talk about, oh my Lord, I'm looking Elamin Hassan, I'm sorry to mess up your name, Elamin. You know that. Got love and respect for you. He on the Dan Le Batard show. And he's talking too. And I'm looking at Dan Le Batard and I'm still disgusted. Still disgusted, even though Dan Le Batard is my friend. And I love him. But I'm still disgusted about how he came at me with that question on his damn show. I hate what you and Skip Bayless have done to sports. Like his ass has been doing accounting. Did you have highly questionable? Was our daddy on the show with us? That was you. You. By the way, I love Mr. Le Batard. Papa de Le Batard. No shade on him either. Please don't take this that way. That's not what I mean by that. I'm talking about your comfort. You was on the show just looking at your father saying hi and giving him a hug and a kiss. You were debating. That's what you were doing. It amazes me how somebody like a Dan Le Batard will sit up there and lament the state of affairs in an industry you are participating in. You sitting on the air, I don't know how long ago it was, with Jamel Hill talking about how, you know what, it's a great thing you left. Really? Okay. Probably is. Because I know you're gifted at what you do, and you're a great person. You know I love you, but I'm getting on Dan Le Batard about this a little bit. Why is ESPN always a topic of discussion like this? And why are folks coming off like we're losing? Subscribers have diminished. We're in 72 million homes now, not the 90 plus million or even 100 million that we were years ago. Do you have any idea how dominant ESPN in the sports landscape? We're number one. No one's close. No one's close. Subscribers have dipped because we have a younger generation with the advent of social media and the digital stratosphere, and they found different options other than linear television to watch a product. It's very simple. Dan Le Batard is one of the most brilliant people you will ever meet. He knows this. What you bitching for? What you don't have in subscribers, you have in the digital stratosphere. Lesson to everybody out there in today's day and age and the direction that the business is going in, if you don't have a footprint within the realms of social media, chances are it's going to be challenging for you to maintain being gainfully employed. Did I say anything disrespectful? Did I say anything false? It's that simple. How do you not know that? Of course you know it. But we don't want to acknowledge that because it's ESPN. We want to sit up there and look at ESPN like the big bad wolf. And then some of you fools out there forgetting that I own this damn podcast. This is my podcast. I decide what I'm going to talk about. I decide what I'm going to say. You've seen me on television for years working for ESPN saying what the hell I wanted to say. All of a sudden, I'm a tippy-toe now that I got my own platform that I own and I operate, that I pay for. Are you on drugs? What drug are you sniffing? That's not how I roll. But the facts alter, or at least give me cause to pause for a second. Let me give you some of these numbers, y'all. Because naturally, being at ESPN, I can simply call up stats and numbers. Do y'all care to hear any of them? I mean, does it matter to y'all? Does it matter to any of y'all? ESPN Digital remained number one in sports category with 103.5 million unique visitors. ESPN Digital achieved its best May ever by unique visitors, surpassing its next competitor by a record-breaking margin of 39.8 million. The runner-up would be Yahoo Sports, who's pretty damn good, by the way. CBS is behind that. Bleacher Report is behind that. Sports Illustrated is behind that. Minute Media, the Players Tribune,